Hey guys, so in today's episode, I'm going to go over the basics of Express Entry. Um, Now, when you apply for Express Entry, there's four main things that a visa officer will look at. They'll look at your age, which you can't really do anything about. They're going to look at your language ability, which is usually assessed through a language test such as IELTS. Um, and the third thing they're going to look at is your education. And then the fourth thing they're going to look at is your work experience. Um, So what happens is so when you're applying for Express Entry, you create an online profile, and that profile will be good for 1 year. And hopefully within that 1 year, what happens is you're going to get invited for permanent residence. And if you do receive an invitation for permanent residence, then there's three ways you can go about in order to receive your PR. It's usually the provincial nominee program, um, which is a bit complicated, and I'll go over the provincial nominee program in a future video. There's the federal skilled worker program, and there's a Canadian experience class program. Um, so the first one I'll go over is the federal skilled worker program. So in order to qualify under the federal skilled worker program, you need to have at least 67 points out of 100. In addition to that, you have to have 1 year work experience outside of Canada in a NOC A, B, or O occupation. Um, so this is very important. You need to make sure that your occupation is found within the National Occupation Code. And the way to do that is pretty simple. All you do is go to their website, and they have a search bar. Just type in your occupation into the search bar, and your occupation. And if your occupation pops up, then you're good to go. The other thing you can do is they have a list. You can just go through that list and see if you can find your occupation in the code. So if your occupation is within the code, then you're good to go. The other thing to keep in mind is that 1 year work experience needs to be within the last 10 years. And the other way to obtain a PR is through the Canadian Experience class. And Canadian Experience class is just what it sounds like. It's just work experience within Canada, and it needs to be 1 year work experience. And the other thing to keep, and then the other thing to keep in mind is that this whole process is done online, and you don't need to provide original documents unless a visa officer specifically asks for original documents. And the final thing to think about is as of right now, um, in December 20, I think in the latest round, the minimum points, the lowest uh, point applicant had, I think, roughly 468 points. So when you need to be, in order to have a chance of succeeding with succeeding with Express Entry, you need to have more than 468 points. So if you have questions about this or anything else immigration related, call me at 604-338-8270. That's 604-338-8270. Thank you.